Somewhere in Las Vegas tonight, it's halfway through the World Series of Poker. Hundreds of people are sitting in one chair for 12 hours straight. You are not there. You are here, which is statistically where most of the world's poker actually happens. So this is where we're training. Welcome to Train Like a Pro Gambler. This is Annie River. She's a real, properly qualified trainer. Over the next 20 minutes, she's going to take you through a workout designed for the person who sits very still for a very long time, which, statistically, is you.
And this guy apparently, thanks Jim, this is the position you're going to need to get yourself into for the next exercise, which is breathing, starting in...
By the way, this is 4 in, 4 hold, and then 6 out. We're starting gently with a bit of breathing, warm up first, no heroics. To be honest, nobody needs to pull a hamstring in the opening credits of a casino fitness video. Move with her. If you cannot quite do something, do less of it. Nobody's watching. Well, we are, but we won't tell anybody, promise.
Well, I can't promise that, Jim. I'm going to tell everybody about the WSOP coming up. Excited to see what happens.
30 seconds in, and you're already more mobile than half the World Series of Poker field. Most of them haven't touched their thoracic spine since 2007.
So true. Actually, I've got a journal here with a load of WSOP facts. I might unload them on you next.
Sounds good. In through the nose and out through the mouth. This is the breathing pattern professional poker players use to manage tilt. But it's also the breathing pattern they forgot the moment they get rivered. Back to you, Chip.
Thanks, Jim. This is the position you're going to have to get yourself into right now. Get your old ass on the floor and get ready for this one, starting in...
Now you're loosening up the bits that lock up first when you sit. Hips, mid-back, chest, neck. If you've ever spent 8 hours at a $5 blackjack table at the Flamingo, this is what unclenching your skeleton feels like.
Very true, Jim. I wanted to drop a couple of World Series of Poker main event or just WSOP facts for the people listening while you're talking them through the exercises. Hope that's going to be okay. Absolutely
fine, Chip. You go right ahead with whatever facts you've got.
Well, Phil Hellmuth won his first WSOP bracelet in 1989. Main event by stopping Johnny Chen from winning 3 main events in a row. That's not the only Phil Hellmuth fact I'm going to drop on you today.
Keep them coming. If this already feels difficult, good news, you've discovered the problem early, like checking casino terms before depositing. Rare, sensible, slightly boring, but correct.
That's not boring, Jim. Hey, buddy, wake up. Get off the ground. Get in that squatting and praying position we talked about. We're going to be exercising our hips, starting in...
By the way, you're not trying to win the workout here, you're just trying to convince your joints that movement is still legally allowed.
And I'm going to give you another fact here. The first WSOP was held at Binion's Horseshoe in Las Vegas in 1970.
Poker players talk a lot about reading the table. Lovely. Read your shoulders. They're currently saying, I live in a laptop.
They certainly do live in a laptop. Now, did you know that WSOP winners did not always get bracelets? A gold bracelet only became the prize in 1976.
Now, I did not know that. Now, your hips are probably open now. They are ready. The warm-up is nearly finished. You've got 13, 12 seconds left of this exercise. Just got to hold it a little bit longer. And that's the warm-up. You're ready now, or at least you're nearly ready. Either way, we're going. We're moving forward.
We certainly are moving forward, Jim. So you're going to have to get out of that squatting position and back yourself up against a wall. Put your hands up like you're giving it up to the police. And it starts in 1.
Wall slides. The simplest movement in the workout, and the one the majority of working poker pros need most. Their shoulders live in front of their ears, and so do yours. Posture. This is the bit that nobody trains because nobody can see it working. Just like nobody trains for the long sit, because everyone assumes you can already sit. Reader, you cannot.
We've all been sitting wrong this whole time. Now back to the facts. Johnny Moss and Stu Ungar are the only players to win the WSOP main event 3 times, and Barbara Enright became the first woman to reach the WSOP main event table in 1995.
Keep coming with those facts, Chip. So you've been sitting there against the wall, stretching out your shoulders. Everything should be looser now. So let's move on to the next exercise.
So for the next one, we're going to get you down on your belly and pretend to be Superman, doing your arms and elbows, starting in
YTW, arms and elbows. You're firing up the muscles that hold your shoulder blades where they're supposed to be. These are the muscles that stop you ending hour 9 looking like an apology.
Something that Chris Moneymaker didn't want to apologize for is turning an $86 online satellite entry into a $2.5 million main event win in 2003. Now, continuing Moneymaker facts, in 2003, his win helped trigger the early 2000s poker boom. The 2004 WSOP main event tripled the previous year's turnout after the Moneymaker effect kicked in.
Well, no one is going to be making any money if they cannot sit for long enough at the poker table. Heads up, we're going to be getting on our backs and doing a dead bug. That sounds weird.
That certainly does sound weird, Jim. Right back to this guy. Get over onto your back and stick your arms and legs in the air like you've been swatted by an angry guy with a newspaper. 3, 2, 1.
Dead bug. A beautiful name for a beautiful exercise. Slow, controlled, anti-extension. The Poker Pro equivalent is making the hand look easy while internally screaming.
Very true, Jim. Back to the facts. The 2026 WSOP runs from May 26 through July 15 at Horseshoe and Paris, Las Vegas, which is a very long time to pretend you're just popping in for one tournament. The 2026 WSOP has 100 bracelets events because apparently 99 was not dramatic enough. And finally, for this one, the cheapest 2026 WSOP bracelet event is the $300 Gladiators of Poker, which sounds like poker, but with more shouting and possibly sandals.
Fair warning, you're going to be getting on your hands and knees for the next one.
It's a great idea to be giving a fair warning for this one, Jim. This guy looks like Phil Ivey just slapped his mother in the face. Just another warning at you. This one's hard to balance, so make sure you got strong arms.
The bird dog. Steady, don't wobble. This is the same skill as folding a strong hand when your opponent has obviously missed. The wobble gives you away.
It certainly does. Now, the biggest 2026 WSOP buy-in is listed as the $250,000 Super High Roller No Limit Hold'em event. And in 2026, the main event is officially listed as number 82 or event 82. So even the main event has to wait its turn like everybody else. Final fact for this one, the 2026 main event is still a $10,000 No Limit Hold'em World Championship. Now that's been going on for many, many decades.
It certainly has, actually since 1972, I believe. Now, fair warning again, we are going to be doing a plank on your right-hand side, so get ready. 20 seconds back, big breath, block 2 is the one you're going to feel. I'm going to tell you this right now, you're going to be needing to get into the plank position on your right-hand side. So you're going to have to get on your elbow on your right-hand side to do a rather painful but very beneficial plank. Block 2, the core. Before anyone in the comments starts, this is not a six-pack workout. No one has ever won a poker tournament because their abs look nice. But people have lost them because their lower back gave out at hour 8. This is endurance work, the kind of core that holds you up at a table for 10 hours. Pamela Reif's TikTok core is great, by the way. This is older, slower, and meaner. Side plank, shoulders stacked, hips stacked, knees stacked. Like your chips, if you ever had any. No chip this exercise, but for the next plank, we're going to go on the other side. So we're going to do your left side, but we're going to run you through a little story. See if you can get through this one. This time, you're going to get yourself into a plank position, but on the left-hand side. So you've got to get up and get over. 60 seconds, plank. The host won't say a word. She doesn't need to. But we will. You're 4 hours into day 2 of the main event. You are below average chip stack. The guy across the table is wearing sunglasses indoors, and he's not blinked since lunch. He just shoved 50 big blinds at you, and he's asking out loud in front of the cameras if you're scared.
Hey, you're scared, huh? Are you scared? You're scared, look at you.
Phil Hellmuth just walked past your table. He said something at you. You don't know what he said, but he was smiling, which is worse. Hold the plank. There's a free buffet upstairs. Lobster claws, king crab's legs, carved ham. It closes in 14 minutes. You are in the middle of a hand. Hold the plank. And 5, 4, 3, 2, out. Lucky you. Right, you can get up now. You're going to do some stretching against the wall. This one is way easier than all that plank business. You're resisting the pull. This is the most poker exercise in the workout. Somebody on the other end of the cable wanting to pull you off your line. Don't let them. They have nothing.
They have a 7-2 offsuit. Jim. Now back to the facts. In 1972, Benny Binion reportedly covered half the main event buy-in for all 8 players. The World Series of Poker winners didn't always get bracelets either, as gold bracelets only became the prize in 1976. Now, before bracelets, WSOP winners received gray trophies. I didn't know that. I bet you didn't know that either, Jim, which sounds significantly less glamorous than the gold bracelets of today. Now, in 2025, World Series of Poker main event bracelet was valued at $500,000.
That's the end of Block B. The core's done. Don't sit down. We see you trying to sit down. This is where the long sit actually does the damage. So 12 hours in a chair shuts off the largest muscle in your body, which, as you all know, is your backside. And we're going to try and wake it back up. So sorry in advance. These are called glute bridges. Squeeze at the top, hold for 2. This is the muscle that gets you out of the chair when the tournament finally finishes and the card room is serving breakfast at 3 in the morning.
I'm going to be doing these exercises while I tell you these new facts. Phil Hellmuth won his first WSOP bracelet in 1989 main event by stopping Johnny Chan from winning 3 main events in a row. He also, and when I say he, I mean Phil Hellmuth, now holds all-time WSOP bracelet record with 17.
After this one, you are going to have to get yourself up and grab a chair. So fair warning, when this timer runs out, go and grab yourself a chair. You probably have one from earlier. Here it is. Here's that guy pointing at his little wooden chair there. Quite impressive. This one's starting in 2, 1. These ones are called a hip airplane. So the hip airplane is slow, you need to stay tall, and if you wobble, that's fine. Thinking about it, so does Daniel Negreanu when he's eliminated.
Let's stick with Daniel for some Daniel facts for this one. He's nicknamed Kid Poker, born in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, July 26, 1974. The WSOP lists him as living in Las Vegas, Nevada, because of course he does. He's won 7 WSOP bracelets. He won his first bracelet in 1998 in a 2,000 pot limit hold'em event. That bracelet made him the youngest ever World Series of Poker event winner at the time. His youngest bracelet winner record stood until Scott Fitchman broke it in 2004. Negreanu is the only player to ever win the World Series of Poker Player of the Year twice.
$19.90. These are the movements that you don't realize that you've lost until you try and sit cross-legged on the casino floor at midnight, which, granted, you probably shouldn't be doing. But still.
Exactly. Let's get back to some facts here. The WSOP 2026 even lists crypto as one of the buy-in methods through WSOP Live. So maybe go and check that out. From 2026 onwards, WSOP Player of the Year points count across WSOP, WSOP Europe, and WSOP Paradise. Only a player's top 15 scores count towards the 2026 WSOP Player of the Year leaderboard, and online bracelet events do not count towards the 2026 Player of the Year standings. Non-open events like ladies, seniors, super seniors, tag team, and industry employees also do not count towards the 2026 Player of the Year.
Okay, turn yourself over, get on your front. We're going to be doing some relaxing exercise to kind of wind down now from the busyness of all the hip opening. This is the pigeon, the rodents with wings. Open the hip. This is the stretch you didn't know you needed until you tried it and then got angry.
I'm not angry with these facts, Jim. Sean Deeb won the 2025 WSOP Player of the Year race with 24 cashes and over $4 million in earnings. Scott Seaver won the 2024 WSOP Player of the Year race after winning 3 bracelets that year. Kristen Foxen won her 6th WSOP bracelet in 2026 by taking down a $25,000 no-limit hold'em high roller. Foxen's first bracelet came in 2013 $1,000 ladies event. Fox's 2026 high roller win earned her $1.7 million, the biggest score of her poker career.
Great facts, Chip. Thank you so much. Now it's time to work that neck. Slow release, get that head a rolling. And we're going to start this exercise in... This is, well, as you can see, for your neck. Slow circles, side to side. This is what poker pros do between hands to stop their heads from falling off.
Your head may fall off with these facts, Jim. The 2025 WSOP main event had a prize pool of $90.5 million. And the 2025 WSOP main event also paid 1,461 players, which is a lot of people still telling everyone they basically made a deep run. The minimum cash in the 2025 main event was $15,000. Daniel Weinman won the 2023 WSOP main event and took home a record-breaking $12.1 million top prize.
This is the wind down section of the routine. 4 in, 4 hold, and 6 out. Should be nice and relaxing for you. No need to get anxious about playing against thousands of other players. Some may be more skilled, but that doesn't matter. It's not a game of chance, it's a game of skill, and you have the skill now and the flexibility. And hey, at least you now know a lot more interesting facts that you can distract players with. And some core strength, some strong glutes, and a good attitude. Hope you enjoyed. 3 house rules before we go. 1. The hips go first. If you're sitting for hours, open them every break, even when nobody's looking, especially when nobody's looking. 2. The breath is the cheat code. 4 in, 4 hold, 6 out. It works at the table, it works in the queue at Greg's, and especially when the dog is being unreasonable. 3. Posture is a tell. Slump shoulders and the rest of the table knows you're losing before they look at your cards. Sit up, even when there's nothing in your hand. Actually, especially then. That's episode 1 of Train Like a Pro Gambler. We'll see you at the felt. Next episode, dealer arms. The fittest people on the casino floor, and you've never noticed.